All right, players, we're at the midpoint of the season. We've played 8 all competition games so far. We've played 6 league games so far. And so, as I said at the beginning of the season, when we had played a few games, I want to go over some statistics that you would either see on television if you're attending live, or if you go to like majorleaguebaseball.com or another website and you look at statistics on there for individual players and for team statistics relative to how other teams in the league are doing. Hopefully, going over these stats, and I'll do it again at the end of the season, will help you understand the game a little more and hopefully help you enjoy it a little bit more if you're watching on television or if you go to a live game at some point, so you can better understand some of the things that people are talking about when we talk about statistics. So, over our first 8 games, all competition games, we have 4 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties. That means our winning percentage over all competition games is 500, because we've won 4 out of 8 games. Now, within our league games, we have 3 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. So that's really, really good as well. That win percentage was also be 500. Um, if we look at our non-loss percentage, that is wins plus ties. So if we look at our all competition games, out of 8 games that we've played so far, 6 times we've played, we have not lost. So our non-loss percentage is 750. Now, so far in the first 8 games we've played, we have scored 34 runs and we've given up 25 runs. Our run differential, that means we have a run differential of +9. We have scored 9 more runs than our opponents have scored. That's really, really good for us and kind of helps to explain why our record looks the way that it does, why we have more wins than we have losses or we have ties, because we are scoring more runs than our opponents are. And also, the first time that we did this summary, our run differential was a +7. So our run differential has actually increased by 2, which is something that's really, really good for us. For hitting statistics, we have 162 plate appearances and 110 at bats. Now, if you remember from the first video, and you can read the notes down below the table as well, an at bat counts as every time a player goes to bat, excluding outcomes like walks and hit by pitches. A plate appearance is every time a player goes to bat, including outcomes such as walks and hit by pitches. So we have 52 times as a team that we have gone to the plate, we've stepped in the batter's box, and it has not counted as an at bat because either we have been hit by a pitch or we've been walked. Okay. As a team, we have seen 695 pitches. That's really, really good for us. We're being patient. We're making pitchers throw a high pitch count to us. And all but 2 games, we have made the opposing pitchers throw more pitches to us than we have thrown to them. So that's a really, really good thing for us. We have 35 hits on the season so far. The first time that we did this after the first 4 games, we had 13 hits. So we've added 22 more hits to our hit total over the last 4 games, which is really, really exciting. And we have people that are putting the ball into play and getting hits and getting on base. One thing that I'm not able to track as well is how many times we are putting the ball into play. So that would include things like we put the ball into play and we get thrown out at first base, or we pop up and somebody catches it. They record an out. Um, I'll try to go back and look at those sometimes because we're doing a really, really good job at putting the ball into play and much better job at putting a ball into play as well. So as a team, our batting average is 318. So that basically means 35 hits divided by 110 at bats. And what that translates to is almost 32% of the time that we go to bat, we get a hit. We get on base in some way and then if you look at our on base percentage is 537. So that's basically hits plus walks plus hit by pitch divided by plate appearances, those 162 plate appearances that we have. So what that translates to is almost 54% of the time that we go up to bat, we are getting on base in some capacity, either through a hit, a walk, or getting hit by the pitch. That's really, really good for us. And those that average and on base percentage both went up since our first summary of these statistics. So that's really, really fun to see as well. We've been walked 44 times as a team. We've struck out 59 times as a team. Again, when we play the way that we do and we're trying to be patient and we're trying to get our pitch, we're probably going to see more strikeouts than we will walks at this point. So that's not really something that's too alarming. That's not something to worry about too much. We are getting better at being able to pick out what is our pitch. And that's something that will help you as you continue playing, even through the rest of the season, past the season, if you want to keep playing, being able to see what is a good pitch that you can hit, what are pitches that you need to lay off of. That's something that's going to come in really, really handy. And then as a team, we've been hit by 8 pitches. So that's 8 times we've gotten on base because the opposing pitcher has hit one of us. Our pitching statistics over the first 8 games, we've used a total of 6 different pitchers. Now, next to that, you'll see something that says appearances, and this is something I added. We have 20 appearances. Basically, what that means is the number of times a different pitcher has shown up over all games. So, for example, if we start a pitcher, that's 1 appearance. And then we bring in a pitcher during an inning or during a game, that's 2 appearances. So in that one game, we got 2 appearances. And we've actually had one game where we had 4 different pitchers. So we had 4 appearances in that one game. So over the first 8 games, we have made 20 different appearances. As a team, we have thrown 688 pitches. So you look, we have thrown over the season, we still have thrown fewer number of pitches to our opponents that they have to us. We have clocked 28 and 2/3 innings over the season because one game was called for time purposes. We faced 148 batters. Again, if you compare that 148 batters that we faced as a team to the 162 plate appearances that we have, that's a really, really good stat for us. We're going to bat more times over the season than our opponents are. We have recorded 83 outs. Of those 83 outs, 77 have been strikeouts. That's something really, really good that we've talked about a lot, is that we're getting really, really good, efficient pitching. We've walked 32 people. That's lower than the number of times that we've walked. We have walked as a team 12 more times than we have allowed people to walk. On the year, we have allowed 14 hits to our opponents. So again, we've hit 35 times. Our opponents have hit 14 times. That is a really, really good statistic and a really, really good testament to, one, our pitching and our ability to make plays when the ball is put into play, either in the air or on the ground, because we now have made several plays, several outs that have not been strikeouts. We have 15 earned runs over the season. So if you look at the number of runs we've allowed 25 runs. We have 15 earned runs. Those 10 extra runs are runs that occurred because of some type of error, because of some type of mistake that we made. So those types of runs don't go against our pitchers and don't get calculated into their earned run average. Okay. We've hit 8 people. So that's we've been hit 8 times. We've hit 8 batters. And then that means our earned run average, which, remember, earned run average is number of earned runs, that 15, divided by number of innings pitched, that 28.67, times 9, because a Major League Baseball game is 9 innings long. Our ERA is 4.71. What that means is we're giving up less than 5 earned runs a game. And so this is something that for us mid-season is really, really good. These statistics look really good and really exciting. And more importantly, I hope using the statistics that you all have created through your play will help you better understand the statistics that are being talked about, either, like I said, when you're watching on television, if you go and you attend a live game of any kind, or if you're looking on websites and you're looking at statistics and standings and things like that. So thanks a lot, everybody.